Hello everyone, this is Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. I'm trialling a few things over the next few weeks to see how we go. I have a bit more lighting now, and I'm about to set up a microphone, and then over the next few days, I'm hoping to get a better setup altogether. I've tried with this particular setup to give you a better view, but I think I'm going to try a front-on setup, which means that you'll probably be staring at the middle of me, but anyway, I thought I'd give this an opportunity to see how this would go. So while I had a little bit of time, I thought I might do a singles read. We've done a financial read, we've done a twin flame read, and now I'm thinking singles read. So let's see how we go with this. Very nice. That's what you want to see on a singles read, isn't it? The Ten of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to use the Connolly Tarot here, and we'll see how we go. And I might use some Love Oracle cards just for the Oracle messages. All right, so we have the Five of Swords coming through. Now, the Five of Swords is a card of conflict. The thing is, generally, it's not sort of conflict so much between two people. It's sort of winning out at the cost of something. So in the traditional tarot, we see him walking away from a group of people with all the swords, which implies that he's won all the swords from everybody else, but he has no one to celebrate that with. So it's sort of like gets often called the card of selfishness. But for me, it's always about sort of walking away from something at the cost of losing something else, like an empty win. Behind that, we have the Emperor. Now, it could be here that you've walked away from somebody that perhaps, had a big impact in your life. So maybe you've been single for a while. Maybe you walked away from a very important person. Maybe you didn't, see eye to eye with this person. Maybe you left them behind. But it could also mean you're taking on this energy a little bit to find yourself. Right, so we have the Wish card coming through behind that. So the Wish card, of course, talks of your dreams coming true, things coming in for you, which is really nice. Okay, Seven of Cups here. I have a feeling somebody is coming in here. Somebody is coming into you after walking away from perhaps something else. Maybe they've closed out something here in their past. You might be dealing with an Aries, but I feel like perhaps at this time, either you have a lot of choices or you're confused about whether this person is real for you or not, or relevant, or right. They're offering you something stable here. So you actually have somebody coming in that's manifested something with you here. I feel like this person's walked away from something, maybe walked away from another relationship, or some sort of commitment. And it feels like they've been single for a little while, but they've been dealing with some past energies here that they are trying to sort of get rid of. So I feel like you're going to meet this person fairly soon. We'll see. Let's just keep going and I'll come back to the energy. Yeah, see, we have the Three of Cups here. So I feel strongly like your person has walked away from another relationship, realizing some sort of energy of their destiny. Perhaps they've walked away from something here because it wasn't a nice situation. Because I'm feeling like this card sort of shows me that your person's going through some sort of healing at the moment. Looking for something better. This person hasn't given up hope that they will find love. They're just waiting for some clarity here on whether this is going, how they look for this. They're sort of, it's like they're sort of pausing at the moment to work out what they want and how they move forward. There is somebody coming in to make an offer to you here. So I feel very strongly that this person is very passionate from the time they meet you. There is a very mutual feeling here at the beginning. For some of you, you could be meeting this person on the internet. But I feel that you have a very nice, even connection here. And you're both a little bit sort of cautious, which is okay. You're both a little bit sort of coming off as a bit naive and a bit innocent here. But I think it's you trying to find your way here. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands coming through. Now, I got this energy before, and I feel like this energy perhaps maybe coming from both of you, and it might be why you're sort of standing back in this non-committal energy here, because I feel like both of you are feeling this sort of energy of not really being sure if you want to move forward with this or not. You're sort of on the fence here, but something keeps drawing you back to them and them to you. So there's definitely some sort of connection here for the two of you. Now, if you're not meeting on the internet, you could be meeting, this is a very sort of equal, when you meet on the internet, you're both very, very equal. You have to rely on, the talking. You don't really have the energies to share or body language or anything like that. So you're relying on the talk only. That's why it feels like it's just talking here. But we'll keep going with it. I have 3 pages sitting here, so that's a lot of communication. I feel that somebody, 7 of Swords, I feel like you're really trying to both find your way here. And you both may be holding back on a lot of stuff here, trying to sort of feel your way out. Now, if this is not an internet connection, if you're not meeting through the internet, it could be very much that you're meeting on very equal ground here. So you might be meeting through a group or a situation where you've sort of got to keep everything above board, and you're being very tentative about how you mix with this person, because you're both only giving a very small amount. Neither one of you is committing to any more, which might be, fairly normal in the beginning of a relationship, but this is very guarded on both sides. Very guarded on both sides. Both of you are very shy here, but I don't mean shy in the sense of the word, you're not worldly, that's for sure. It's almost like you're being very, very tentative about whether this is right for you. And I feel like both of you are doing that, but it's almost like you've got this draw to each other that you can't deny. So there's a strange feeling here. Oh, beautiful, good. Okay. What will happen as this starts to unfold a little bit? You will start to open up, and you will start to understand that you've got a very strong connection. But in the beginning, it feels to me like you're both being very cautious about how you move forward here. I feel like somebody will probably make an offer to the other person, but it may not be sort of reciprocated at that point. It may be, the offer's on the table, but the other person is like, maybe it's too soon. So there's sort of a lot more talk than action. And even though you feel a very strong draw to this person and them to you, so there's definitely a connection here. You're both being very, very cautious. You may even be looking at this person outside of talking, like trying to find information out about them, who they are, what they do. They may have given you enough that you could sort of follow up on that. Because I feel that because you're both not sort of really giving a lot to the connection at this point, it's not because you're not interested. This person intrigues you. There's passion and desire here. So something in this person is really sort of pulling you forward. But it's like you are just overly cautious. But there's a change coming through here, because we have the World and the Ace of Swords, which means that somebody is going to push this a little bit further. And I think it's you. I think you're starting to realize here that you can't you're going backwards and forwards, the both of you. And I feel like it's you that takes this energy and pushes for something more. So maybe it's you that's going to offer maybe a date, maybe, you know, to do something together. I feel that you are the one that takes the sword here and pushes forward. And look, it's not very far away at all. So for some of you, you're meeting someone in August here, either through online or through some sort of mutual club or experience, somewhere where you'll talk, but there will be nothing more than talking. So there will be no, to start with, no talk of dates. It will be very slow. Both of you are taking this easy, very easy. And so it's going to start off with conversation, which is great. But I feel like after a little period of time, someone's going to push to have something more. Coffee date, dinner. I feel like your person, and this could be you as well, you're ready to go out into the world, but there's this feeling here that you're holding back because of your previous experiences. So it's like you want to venture into something new, but there's still this feeling of confusion. You know, do I, don't I? The Ace of Pentacles is here, which sort of promises that there is something here waiting for you. Someone has manifested here. Now, you may not be manifesting a person. You may be just asking the universe for something here. You know, maybe love, maybe dating, whatever it is. But I feel like you're ready here and you're waiting for something to come in. You may have been waiting a while, but there may have been some healing you needed to do and letting go of past things. But looks like here with the Fool card that you are ready to take a leap of faith now. So this is a very sort of, I always call it a slow burn. You know, it's sort of like you can feel the fire and you can feel it, but it's just very slow to get going. And because you're both so cautious, there'll be a lot of sort of talking backwards and forwards, a lot of messaging, and a lot of sort of communication, but no action to start with. This is very, very tentative here. And I feel like you're both holding back because of your past experiences. But there'll come a point going forward here where somebody will take the lead. And with that leap of faith, I think that you're ready to take the lead here. So on the Ace of Pentacles, again with the Seven of Cups and the Wish card, what can I say? This person is definitely right for you. But I feel like at the moment you're trying to see through things. It's sort of like you're looking at things through your past experiences and you need to let this go now. Sometimes it can be that something feels so good that you're worried that because it feels so good, you know, is it worth sort of, you know, pushing with it, because maybe you're just imagining something. But I want to tell you, this person is coming up with exactly the same energy. So you're both feeling exactly the same, exactly. So I feel like when you're ready to make this offer, and like I said, I feel like it's you that makes the offer. But I feel like when you do, the other person will be ready. So it's like you're both ready to move forward once the offer's made. Now, if you're not used to making the offer in the relationship, or you're not the person that normally comes forward, I want to say to you, there's a feeling here that you're going to be. So I feel like there's sort of like this feeling here that you will offer a coffee or a get together. We have the card of Twin Flames coming through here. Your passion ignites. So you've got a very strong connection to this person. And the card of reflection. And it says, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And that's what I said. You're trying to give each other this space. But there's this strong connection between you that neither one of you can deny here. Somebody will make the move. And I feel strongly we're looking at around about August here. Whether I look at 8 weeks or the 8th month, you're coming up around August. This person, in terms of a sign, if you want to hear what sort of sign they might be, I have very strongly here coming out Aquarius. There's a lot of swords energy, so possibly an air sign. So I'm going to say Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, but predominantly Aquarius. I feel like this person is really, really keen to get things going, but I feel like they're very tentative from a past relationship. With you, it might be a little bit different. I feel that you just don't trust that this person seems to be so good, that you don't want to trust that maybe you've got it wrong or they don't feel the same way. But truth will come out. It will come out with this Ace of Swords. So I think once the communication gets going here, once there's a sort of breaking of the communication, it's like things will really flow very, very strongly. But I also have a strong feeling that you might both be checking each other out to make sure you're legitimate. Little bit of distrust, but I think it's just your past energy coming through. This Five of Wands says to me you're going backwards and forwards a little bit. And maybe if there was another person in the picture before, you're just making sure that person's out of the picture now. But I'm telling you they are. This person's definitely walked away from something. I just think there's, you know, a little bit of confusion for both of you on how to move forward. But there you go. Hopefully August. Thanks.